All right. So
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
yeah.
For the Nintendo Switch.
Now, you two guys have that, right?
Uh-huh. I've been playing a lot of it.
How is it?
It's a lot like the Wii U version.
Okay.
It's a lot like the Super Nintendo version.
So so what's it on Metacritic? Is it a 10 out of 10?
Probably.
It's like a 92 or something like that.
It's probably about 7 points too high. Let's see.
93. 93 is a ridiculous score, in my opinion, for this game. But whatever. Scores are what they are. The racing mechanics, the courses, those are all really fun. It's a very enjoyable game to play. I'm sure it's a lot more enjoyable if you have if you're playing it local multiplayer.
If you're in college, living in a dorm.
Well,
Right.
one of the kids in aftercare at my kid's elementary school brings his Switch to school every day, and they play Mario Kart tournaments at aftercare.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a 10 out of 10 for that kid
Yep.
and his friends.
My son, the kid who has it is in 5th grade. He lets my son who's in kindergarten play with him. I like this kid. I don't even know who he is, but good for him.
Yeah, great for local multiplayer. I played one game online just to check it out. I got second in that game. It was just against random people. It didn't really do anything for me in particular. It's
no Overwatch. Let's put it that way.
well, it's not even the structure of the game is what holds it back, really, from being just like off the charts. Like the gameplay mechanics are great. The Mario stuff is great.
The art design, the course design, the colors.
Yeah,
all great.
Yeah, all great. It's just the structure is so unimaginative.
It's the same as Super Nintendo. But it was same as a game from the 80s, 90s rather. I mean,
it's the old racing game structure of here's 4 races, try to win them all, and then you get the trophy at the end. Or try to get the most points out of everybody that's racing. So you get whatever 15 points for getting first and 13 for getting second, or I don't know what the breakdown is, but
right.
That type of thing. And then it gives you all the different difficulties, basically. It's based upon how fast the engines are.
Mm-hmm.
I played through all the 50cc, which is the easiest stuff to begin with, because I'm like, I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Right.
So I played through all that, got like the 3 stars. That's for getting first in every race. For each of the things, and you unlock customizable parts. There's 3 parts to the cars: the car itself, the tires, and the parachute.
Yeah, same on the DS version was the same.
Yeah, same type of thing.
But actually, the unlockables come from collecting the coins during the races.
Do they?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So I don't know what winning the Grand Prix gets you, besides like the visual trophy that you get, and pride, yeah, and you get like a star rating based on how many of the races you win in the Grand Prix. But yeah, it's just that's not a compelling way to get me to play the single player, and the multiplayer doesn't really offer anything different. You're still, I guess, collecting the coins to unlock stuff, but
all the characters are unlocked.
It's just the vehicle customization stuff.
Right. It's just a really weirdly structured game.
It's old school. It's totally old school, and that it's not the gameplay is so very solid, but I just don't feel compelled to. I don't feel like I'm advancing at all.
Right. That's the same way I feel, and like. I skipped over the 100cc races and went straight to the 150cc's. I think I played one of the Grand Prix of the 100cc's and was still like just easily winning everything. It was like no challenge at all. Just I'm winning all the races. So I bumped it up to 150cc's and I'm still like winning. Like I won the first 3 races, no problem. And then the last race, of course, I get hit by like 5 items in a row on the last lap and get like 4th place. And it's like, well, okay, now in order to get like the top rating on that, I have to do all those races again and hope that I don't have that same thing happen again.
And I'm not even sure that that's going to get you anything because everything's through the coins. It's like every 30 coins you unlock something.
It's so weird. Like it's a great, like it's hard to argue that it isn't still a really great game. But there's so much area, like so many areas that you could like point to and go, why not like modernize this thing somehow? Whether that's like, there's so many.
I liked your idea that you mentioned in our chat.
What's that? I had a lot of ideas.
You said, why don't they make the single player an open world setup like Forza Horizon?
I mean, that's really the extreme. I think that how amazing would that be to just be driving around an open world Mario?
Be amazing
game.
Yeah,
yeah. And they proved that they can do it with Zelda. Like Zelda's phenomenal for an open world type thing. But like even if they don't want to go that far with it, because I understand that's like considerable resources and everything. But this is like one of the top selling games. You should have the resources.
They do. Yeah,
but that wouldn't be this game. That would be Mario Kart 9.
Right. That's fine.
They have the resources, by the way.
Stuff that they could do, they could have done in the deluxe version here. They could have added even more customization. Like you look at Forza Horizon and you see like just how creative people can get with all the paint jobs and just like, I don't know, more community features like that.
How about some community features?
Yeah.
How about one community feature?
Right. They could go the Trackmania route and let you create your own tracks. I think that would add something to it. I don't know. It just feels like there's not much to do besides pick a character, pick a car, pick some tires, because you got to have tires, and a parachute, and then race 4 races in a row.
Yeah. I mean, it's college all over again for me. It's just like, it's surprising that they don't invest more. They cheap out. Nintendo cheaps out a lot. And
they announced that this is the fastest selling Mario Kart ever, though.
All right. Good.
So keep doing what you're doing, Nintendo.
I guess so. Who cares I guess you don't need to make it. Look, Nintendo fans, they make a lot of excuses and they buy everything that Nintendo makes. And, this game's like a solid 8, basically. Mm-hmm. And it gets
I would agree with that.
Yeah, and it gets a 9.3, basically.
It gets a higher rating than Forza Horizon.
Right. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. But hey, whatever. Now everyone's going to be mad at us. I like it, and I like the game. And I have a fun time playing it with Ty. And Mrs. Cheapy and myself and Ty played last night. Mrs. Cheapy actually came in second, even though Ty had been practicing a little bit.
Nice. Is Ty using any of the like assists?
I think so.
The steering assist?
I turned it off for me, but I don't even know that if it keeps it off or you have to...
It keeps it off once you turn it off, I think.
Okay.
And there's the auto accelerate as well, which I might put that on some, because pressing, like if you're using it in the handheld mode, pressing down on that A button the entire game hurts.
I bet. I believe it. I'm using the Pro Controller, which is a great controller, by the way. Yeah, it's $70, but it's a very solid and comfortable controller to use. I have no complaints about the Pro Controller, although it's a little hard to read the letters on the on the buttons if you're not used to them, which I am not. But it's a very good controller.